Hey everyone, welcome back to Maggie Hayes Yoga. Today we are flowing for strength and compassion. Two things that I really believe actually go hand in hand, and two things that our yoga practice is really incredible at helping us cultivate. When we feel physically strong, that is going to translate, that is going to be our gateway into feeling, emotionally strong, mentally strong, and just so much more confident in ourselves. And when we can lay that groundwork for ourselves, we just naturally start to extend out so much more compassion into the world around us, because first and foremost, we feel more compassion for ourselves when we can really be with ourselves and start to understand ourselves. And once we find that, all of those walls that we tend to build up just kind of come down, because you don't need them anymore, right? You don't need to be so defensive. You can be a little more responsive versus reactive, and just more compassionate and understanding in your entire life. Okay, so let's get going. Come to the top of your mat. I'm actually going to stand in the middle of the mat, but you guys go to the top of your mat. Feet are going to be hips width distance apart, and we'll just start with a nice side body stretch. So deep inhale to reach your arms up overhead. Go ahead and grab your left wrist. Take another inhale to get nice and tall, and then exhale, bend it over to the right. So stay connected through your heels and start to fire up your legs. Pull your kneecaps up. Keep your hips in one line and shoulders in one line so you can isolate this stretch in just the side of your body. Next inhale, come back up, switch your grip, get tall, and then exhale, bend it left. You can use that bottom hand to just gently pull top hand a little further over, kind of jut your hip out towards the right. And then next inhale, come back center, reach your arms up, look up. Cactus arms, find a little back bend on your exhale. So starting to move that upper spine, lift through your chest, squeeze shoulder blades together, and try to move your elbows back in space. Keep that belly pulled in, ribs closed so you can keep the stretch and the length in your upper spine. And then inhale, reach back up, spine comes straight. Exhale, arms by the sides. Okay, you can either do that one more time, or we're going to take it a step further and do Bikram Halfmoon. Feet are going to come together. Squeeze your legs together. We're using the legs to stabilize the hips to create that solid base for the spine. Reach your arms up, interlace your fingers, release your index fingers, cross your thumbs. And then inhale to lengthen up as you push your heels down. Exhale, bend it to the right, kick your hips over to the left. So keeping those legs nice and strong, squeezing ankles together, squeezing knees together, slightly bumping that hip out to the left. Inhale, come back center, get tall, tall, tall. Exhale, bend it left, hips go right. And same concept here, the bottom hand can kind of pull the top hand further over. Squeeze your palms together and squeeze your fingers down on the backs of your hands. Shoulders in one line. Inhale, come back through center. Look up at your thumbs. We're going to take a little back bend, so reconfirm the strength in your legs. And then inhale to lengthen up. Exhale to move just those fingertips back. Squeeze your palms together as you reach up and out with your index finger. Keep your eyes locked on your thumbs. Lift through your chest. Pull your belly in. Move your sits bones to your heel bones. Keep those legs strong. Inhale to come back up. Mountain pose on your exhale. So arms by the sides, close your eyes, be still. Resisting any urge to fidget. And just feel that energy moving through your body. All right, Surya A, Sun Salutation A. Inhale, reach your arms up, look up, root your heels down, and then exhale to forward fold, hinging at your hips. Keep a little bend in your knees, hands come down to the ground. Half lift on your inhale. You want to scoop your chest forward, push into the balls of your feet so the weight is in the front of your feet. And then exhale, hands down, step it back to a high plank. Hold it here, and we'll find our alignment real quick. Bringing palms under the shoulders, widening upper back. So inner edge of shoulder blades move away from each other. So we activate those shoulder muscles, those back muscles. Belly pulls in, and legs are really strong. As you move through these sun salutations, through your vinyasa, you want to use all the muscles in your body. Full body activation. So kneecaps pull up, heels reach out, and then inhale, shift your shoulders forward. Exhale to lower halfway down, chaturanga. Option to always bend or drop your knees here, but hug your elbows in towards your ribs. And then inhale for your upward facing dog. We're lengthening the spine, pushing the chest forward. And then exhale, hips up and back, roll over your toes, downward dog. And first down dog, you can move around a little bit. Let it be a little fluid. And not really thinking so much, but just feeling and then responding to that. And then start to find some stillness. And we want that nice straight spine so we can really stretch out the back. So tailbone tips up and inner thighs spiral up. Classically, the feet are about hips width distance, but if that doesn't feel good, doesn't feel nice on your hamstrings, on your hips, just widen your stance, bend your knees, and then lift those hips up. And then inhale, look forward, bend your knees, hop or step to the top of your mat, take a half lift, forward fold, exhale. Inhale to rise up, reach up, look up, forward fold, exhale, let it go. Half lift, inhale, scooping chest forward, pulling shoulders down. Exhale, plant your palms. Jump or step back, lower halfway down. Option to drop those knees. Inhale, upward facing, pull shoulders down. Exhale, hips up and back, downward facing dog. So setting up the feet, reaching down with the heels, pulling kneecaps up, inner thighs spiral back, tailbone tips up. And then inhale, bend your knees, look forward, travel to your hands, take a half lift. Forward fold, exhale. Inhale, rise up, reach up, look up. Forward fold, exhale, let it go. Half lift on your inhale, tip your tailbone back. Exhale, plant your palms, jump or step back, lower halfway down. Elbows hug your ribs, shoulders pull down. Inhale for your back bend, upward facing, push tops of your feet down. Exhale, downward facing dog, bring it back. Low belly pulls in, bottom ribs close. And widen that upper back. So with the shoulders, you want to push them up kind of towards your ears and then roll them out towards either side of the room. Push down with all of your knuckles. Feel that index knuckle push down. And then inhale, bend your knees, look forward, travel to your hands, find your half lift. Forward fold, exhale. Chair pose, inhale, hips down, arms up, reach it up, hold it here. Push down into those heels. So maybe rock the weight back a little bit, rock those hips back. Belly in, tailbone down, try to get your spine as upright as possible. Keep a lift through the center of your chest. Deep inhale. Exhale, forward fold, let it go. Half lift, inhale, weight in your toes. Exhale, jump or step back, chaturanga, lower down. Inhale, open up. Exhale, downward dog. Right leg rises on your inhale, 3-point dog. Exhale, step the foot between your hands, back heel down, come up for your warrior one. So with your front foot, we're pushing down with the ball of the foot, the pinky toe ball, the center of the heel. It's like a little triangle right on the sole of your foot. Outer edge of that back foot pushes down. Try to squeeze your left glute as the left hip moves forward. Take an inhale. Exhale, hands down. Step it back. Lower down. Inhale to open up. Exhale, downward facing dog. Left leg rises, inhale. Exhale, step it through. Inhale brings you up, warrior one. Find your feet. Pull your left hip back. Navel pulls in and up. Center of the chest lifts up. Collarbones nice and long. Shoulders down away from the ears. So you're giving yourself all of this physical space to breathe. Take an inhale. Exhale, hands down. Step it back. Vinyasa. Find your down dog. Widen your upper back to give your upper spine a little more space. And then bringing your inner thighs back is going to help you open up your sacrum, open up your low back, so that low spine has some more space. And then we lift through the hips, through the tailbone to stretch it all out and take advantage of all that space. Next inhale, look forward, hopper step to the top, take a half lift. Forward fold, exhale. Chair pose, inhale, hips down, arms up. Forward fold, exhale, let it go. Half lift, inhale. Exhale, jump or step back, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing dog. Right leg rises on your inhale. Exhale, step it through. Warrior one, back heel down, arms lift up. Warrior two, open up. So now the hips are open. Right sits bone is tucking under and right inner thigh is spiraling up. You want to work on an external rotation with this front thigh. Outer edge of your back foot pushes down. And then option here to take this into archer arms. So right shoulder is gonna, or right elbow, excuse me, is gonna come straight up, fingertips down. Left hand can either come to that right elbow and you just work into like a little tricep stretch, moving right shoulder up, or left hand spirals behind the back, palm faces out, and you're gonna hook your fingers behind your back. So keep the feet firm, tailbone down, bottom ribs closed, and then last step is to look to your left. So you get a nice stretch in the side of your neck. Keep moving right shoulder up, left shoulder down, and close those ribs. And then release, warrior two. And we'll take a side angle. Start in a supported version. Bring the forearm to the thigh. Left arm reaches up. If this feels okay and you want to take a deeper variation, just bring your hand to the inside of your front foot. Push down with your front heel. Really feel that right glute and tuck right hip under. Keep pushing down with the outer edge of your back foot. Take a deep inhale into your chest. And then exhale, cartwheel the hands down, step it back, Vinyasa. Other side, left leg rises, inhale. Exhale, step it through. Deep inhale brings you up, warrior one. Warrior two. Find the 3 points of your front foot. Outer edge of your back foot. You want to squeeze your right glute as you tip your tailbone down. Navel in and up. Then you'll get a better view of the archer arms this time. So left elbow comes straight up, fingertips down, and then left or right hand Either comes to that elbow or swish it around the back, palm out, hook your fingers. And the point here is to move the shoulder blades up and down. So we're opening up the back of the heart space. Left shoulder, left elbow up. Right elbow, right shoulder down. Last step, look towards your right. Keep connected through your feet so those big leg muscles can stay active and continue to support you. Tailbone down, navel in and up, and then open back up, warrior two, and then find your side angle variation. Connecting through the feet, lengthening ribs away from the hips. You want the sides of the body to be nice and long. Chest is open. Right collarbone nice and long, reaching up and back. Take an inhale. Exhale, hands down. Step it back. Vinyasa. Breathing as you move. From your down dog, bring your right leg up. Take an inhale. Exhale, step it through. Inhale for your high crescent lunge. So back heel stays lifted, chest lifts up. And you can keep it here, or next step is to interlace the fingers overhead, release your index finger across your thumbs. You can stay here, or come with me into a back bend. So look up towards your thumbs, find the 3 points of your front foot, pull your back heel forward, and then inhale to get as tall as you can. Exhale, move just those fingertips back. Follow your thumbs with your eyes. So we're lengthening the spine. Squeeze your palms together, move them up, move them back. Reach out from your shoulders. Pull your belly in. Hug your inner thighs together. Inhale to come up. And then exhale to twist. So palms to prayer. Lengthen forward. Bring it over to the right. Keep hugging inner thighs as you pull right hip back and lengthen through your chest. Can you find kind of, how can I say this? When you pull your right hip back, you're going to give your chest a little more space. When you square the hips, it's going to be a stronger base for your spine. So you can lengthen, so you can find more space. Take an inhale. Exhale, hands down. Vinyasa. There's a bug on my mat. That's okay. Honoring all life. Left leg rises, take an inhale. Exhale, step it through. High crescent lunge on your inhale. All right, so find your variation. If you're coming with me into that back bend, firm up your feet. And then inhale to lengthen, reach up, up, up. Exhale to bring it back. You want to move from the top of your spine so your hips stay pretty much still. Find a lift in your pelvic floor. Push down through your front heel and squeeze your right glute. Keep your eyes locked. Breath steady. Inhale to come back up. And exhale to twist. So the twist is what is decompressing the spine after that back bend. So hips are square. Reach through your chest. Lengthen through the crown of your head. Take an inhale. Exhale. Hands down. Step it back. Vinyasa. Okay, take a couple breaths. Next inhale, bend your knees, look forward, travel to your hands, find your half lift, and fold, exhale. Chair pose, inhale, hips down, arms up. Come to stand, exhale. All right, how are we doing? We are going to move into our main sequence, and we're starting with a balancing pose. So shift your weight over into your right foot, hands to the hips, left knee comes up in line with your hip. Start to just find your balance here. We're in no rush, we're hanging out. Make sure this left foot is flexed and the ball of your right foot is connected. And then push into the 3 points of that right foot so you can lift from this right hip. So you're not like sinking down into your hip, but there's a push, there's a lift activating. Left hand can either come to your knee or kick out the leg straight and hook your big toe with your 2 first fingers. Standing hand to big toe pose. Actively pushing the heel away from you. Keeping those hips in one line. Keeping yourself lifted out of that right hip. Belly pulls in. Spine is long. So really notice that. Notice your long spine. Notice a lift in the chest. Keep breathing through this awareness, through your body. And then we're going to take it into a standing twist. So really hug those inner thighs together, firing up the midline, hugging everything in towards the center of your body. And then right hand comes to the outside of your left knee, your left foot. The left hand opens up. So chest is open towards the left. Still actively reaching through that top heel. Still pushing down with the ball of that right foot. And right kneecap pulls up. Really lock that leg. Take an inhale to lift the chest, lift the crown of the head. And we're going to step it into a warrior 2. So the upper body is actually kind of already in the spot that it needs to be. Top leg swings down, comes back. Here we are. And we're going to take this, since we've already kind of broken down where the feet, the hips, everything should be in a warrior 2. We're going to take this into a pericardium stretch. So you're going to spread your fingers really wide and then flex them up towards the ceiling and then try to flex them back towards your face. Oh, it's like kind of uncomfortable, but it's really good for you. So take a deep breath into the center of your chest and then strong exhale like you're keeping 2 walls from caving in on you. 2 more times. Strong inhale, breathe into the center of your chest. And then exhale, push it out the center of the palms, spread those fingers, flex them back. One more time, inhale. Strong exhale. All right, release. And reverse your warrior. Front arm comes up and back. Connected in that front heel. Pushing down with the back foot. Pulling navel in. Neck can be neutral. I like a neutral neck in a reverse warrior. And then we'll take it into triangle pose. Oh, so straighten your front leg, find your stance, and then extend forward and go down. So you can get a really nice stretch in like your left low back. If you push down so hard with that back foot, and feel for moving your hip back in space. But keep a lift in the ribs, so keep space along your right side body. Pull right shoulder down the back. Reach forward with the crown of the head. Try to get that spine so long. And then push into your feet, rise all the way up. We're going to take it into pyramid pose. So you're turning your back toes in, squaring off your hips towards the front of your mat. Options. We want to also use this to open the chest, so you can grab opposite elbows behind your back, or if your shoulders are giving up a little more space, you can find a reverse prayer. So palms come together behind the back. Keep moving elbows back and pushing index knuckles together. Wherever you are, inhale to lift the chest. Exhale to extend forward, keep the spine straight, and then fold over the front leg. Right hip pulls back and up. Back foot pushes down. Inner thighs hug together. Chest reaches forward. Chin reaches forward towards the big toe. Keep your eyes steady. And then slowly start to bring the hands down to the ground. Inhale to find a half lift. And we'll take it into Revolve Triangle. So left hand can come to the inside or the outside of that bottom foot, front foot, and then right hand reaches up. So pull your right hip back. Keep pushing the back foot down. Navel pulls in and up. Keep length in your spine, and the hips stay nice and square. Chest is open so you can breathe. Take an inhale. And then bring the hands down on your exhale. Standing split on your inhale. So come up on that right foot. Left leg lifts up. Push into the 3 points of your right foot and really pull that right kneecap up. So right leg is so strong to protect your hamstrings back here. Left big toe reaches up. Left inner thigh reaches up. Find that internal rotation in your top leg to keep your hips square. Deep inhale. Low lunge, exhale. So back foot comes down. Right knee comes over the ankle. And we'll take it into a side plank. So right arm reaches up. Come on the outer edge of that left foot. Right foot comes back to meet the left. Take whatever variation serves you here. Drop a bottom knee. Keep it traditional. Lift the top leg. Hook your big toe. Whatever. But keep lifting through your hips. Keep left shoulder down the back. And keep trying to root down with the sole of your left foot. And then we'll take it into Wild Thing, into a back bend. So right toes touch down behind you. Push into the feet. Lift your hips up. Sole of the left foot pushes down. And keep lifting right heel as you push into the big toe. Hips higher. Squeeze your butt. Inhale. And then exhale. Come back center. Lower down. Vinyasa. Inhale, bend your knees, look forward, travel, find your half lift. Forward fold, exhale. Inhale, rise up, reach up, look up. Mountain pose, exhale. All right, we ready for the other side? Shift your weight into your left foot. Right knee comes straight up. Flex that right foot. So find your focus here. Let your eyes settle. Relax your jaw. Relax your shoulders. Notice any physical tension. And then notice any tension with your breath. Right hand to the knee, or hook your big toe. And letting yourself settle here. Slow down your breathing. And notice everything. So getting curious in what's going on in your body, in your mind. Where do your thoughts go? Shining just a greater light, a little bit of awareness onto you. And start to find your standing twist. Left hand to the outside of the leg. Right arm opens up. Use those inner thighs. Use the inner edge of your left foot. Use your breath to lift your chest, to lift the crown of the head. And then bring it back into your warrior two. Slow, controlled. Right foot comes back behind you. Left knee bends over the ankle. So find your feet. Set yourself up. And then we'll take that pericardium stretch. Spread your fingers wide. Flex your fingers up. Deep inhale. Strong exhale. Push it out. Keep going. And the pericardium is aligning that runs up your forearm, across the front of your chest, down your other arm to your fingertips. So you can literally stretch the space around your heart. After your last exhale, find your reverse warrior. Breathe up and down that side body. Learn to direct your breath. Keep pushing outer edge of back foot down. And we'll take triangle pose. Finding your stance, extending, coming down. So allowing yourself some time as you work through these transitions. There's no rush. And the pose, once you arrive, is going to be so much more sturdy, so much more sustainable if you take time through that transition to stay mindful. Start to rise all the way up. Pyramid pose, turn your back toes in. Find your arm grip, either grabbing opposite elbows or finding reverse prayer. So through this sequence, we're opening up 360 degrees around the heart. Take an inhale. And then fold, exhale. And when we can do that, when we can release the tension, like through the shoulders, the chest, the sides of the body, the rib cage, the body it starts to soften. And when we can do that physically, we can start to do it emotionally, mentally. Start to bring your hands down to the ground. Inhale to find your half lift. And then take it revolve triangle. Right hand down, left arm reaches up. Hugging inner thighs, pulling left hip back. As you pull left hip back, pull right shoulder down and traction right ribs forward. Finding all these micro movements in your body. Keep reaching up with left shoulder. Take an inhale. Hands down on your exhale. Standing split. Inhale, right leg reaches up. And you can use this as an opportunity to stretch out your spine. So reach the crown of the head down towards the ground. Shoulders down the back. Sliding your ribs down the leg, away from the hips. Pulling belly in. Using your core to support your spine, to support your low back. Take one more deep breath in. Exhale to bring the right foot down. And then find your side plank. Coming onto that right foot. Left foot comes back. Left arm reaches up. And then find your variation. Whatever you took on the other side. Lifting the hips up. Maybe lifting that leg up. Maybe hooking your big toe. Whoop. And then last step is to shift your gaze up towards the ceiling. Stay focused on everything. And then work into your wild thing. Back bend. I'm trying not to hit this thing behind me. Reach your hips up towards the ceiling. Lengthen back bottom ribs away from your hip. Stay open through the chest. Breathe into the chest. One more inhale. Exhale to slowly come back center and move through your flow. Inhale, look forward, travel to your hands, find a half lift. Forward fold, exhale. Inhale to rise up, reach up, look up, and release. Exhale, arms by the sides. Okay, we're going to take dancer's pose or standing bow, whatever you'd like to call it. Shift the weight over into your left foot. Bend your right knee. Reach back for the inner edge of that right foot. So your inner wrist is facing out. Left arm reaches up. Then again, move nice and slow. Find your balance. Find the 3 points of that left foot. Find the inner edge of the foot. Inhale to reach your fingertips up and push your knee down. And then exhale to kick into your back hand as you move your chest forward and down, and then fingertips come forward and down. So you want to kick from your right glute and push the top of that foot into your back hand. Keep the ball of the left foot glued to the ground. Kneecap up, belly in. Kick to come out, slowly release. Feet together, arms by the sides, be still. Other side. Right foot down. Left knee bends. Grab your foot. Right arm reaches up. Find your stability and find your point of focus in front of you. Settle your eyes. Inhale. Exhale. Kicking from your left glute. Really pushing top of the foot into the hand. Right ball of foot down. Squeeze your right fingertips together and reach them forward. Kick to come out. Feet together, arms down. Breathe. All right, Vinyasa. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, 2 fold. Half lift, inhale. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, up. Exhale, downward dog. Inhale, hopper step your feet between your hands. Come to sit. Finally, Paschimottanasana. Feet together, heels reach out. You want to sit kind of in front of your sits bones. Reach forward for your shins, your ankles, or your big toe. Inhale, chest up, and fold, exhale. Keep reaching your chest forward. You want to keep your spine straight so that your stretch doesn't stop in your hamstring attachment here. You want to feel the stretch all the way down the backs of your legs. So keep reaching out through your heels. If you're feeling flexible, you can push down through the backs of your knees. And then we'll take Janu Shirshasana. Right knee in, stamp some weight into that foot, and then let it fall out to the side. Sole of the foot comes to the inner thigh or to the calf. Reach for your foot. Inhale, chest up. Exhale, fold. Pushing the sole of the foot into the inner thigh and pulling your left hip back as right ribs slide forward. And we're keeping that spine straight still. So think about first stomach touching down, then chest, eventually your head. And then lift it up. And we'll take it into a half straddle. So keeping the right foot where it is, left foot comes out at a diagonal, lift through the chest, exhale, fold forward. So this is good. This is a good example. When I come all the way forward, my hips start to lift up. I want to keep those hips rooted down. So I'm just going to come onto my forearms. So we're not sacrificing form to prioritize the depth. Because if we just try to go deeper but lose our alignment, then we're not getting any of the benefits. So the depth really doesn't matter. It's just an ego thing. Okay, let's take it into gate pose. So lifting up, left forearm down to the inside or the outside of the leg, whatever feels more comfortable, and then right arm reaches up and over. Rooting down with right sits bone, reaching out with right shoulder, right fingertips. And then come back up. Taking it all on the other side, right leg out, left knee in, left knee out. Find your seat. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale to fold. Breathe here. Keep reaching through right heel. Reaching forward with the chest, pulling shoulders down. And then lift it up and find our half straddle. I'm going to open up this way. Palms down, deep inhale. Reach your chest forward, exhale. Still reaching out with that right heel. Rooting down with the sits bones. And then let's find our side stretch, gate pose. Right arm down, left arm up and over. Really push that left hip down. And you can reach through, left hip. And you can really reach through left heel to support that. So if you push out through left heel, it's going to make it a little easier to really actively bring your left hip down. Try to open rib cage to face up. And then come up. Cross the ankles, jump or step back, Vinyasa. Puppy pose, knees down, hips over the knees, palms extend forward, arms straighten out, chest lowers down. And if the chin coming down feels like too much, then just lower your forehead to the ground. So you're in like a modified child's pose. Keep reaching forward with your fingertips. Keep reaching out with your shoulders. Keep breathing into upper back. Slowly start to release. Come up to kneeling for camel pose. Knees are right under your hips. And then tops of the feet can be down, or tuck your toes, bring your ankles closer to you. Palms come to your low back. Pinky edges come to touch. You want to keep your hips over your knees as you enter this pose. So don't jut the hips forward. That's going to dump weight into the low back. We don't want that. You want to find that length. You want to lift through the crown of the head. Lift your ribs up. Really actively use all these muscles. Lift your ribs up away from your hips. Start to look up towards the ceiling. And then lead with the crown of your head as you look towards the back of the room. Either keep it here, or you can reach back for your heels. And move your sits bones down to your inner knees. So feel your glutes and your hamstrings really turn on. Push down through the feet. So the legs are active. So we have that stable, supportive base for the spine. Chest lifts up. Shoulders pull away from the ears. Belly's in tight. Find a place here where you can just chill, where you can just breathe. No matter what kinds of feelings, what kinds of thoughts are coming up, can you just breathe? And then come out the same way you came in. Sit back on your heels, palms down, gaze forward, be still. Feel that energy moving through your body. Good, and then just bring the legs out in front of you for a seated twist. Left leg out, right foot plants over the knee. Keep it here, or take the full variation. Ground your sits bones down. And then inhale, lengthen, left arm up. Exhale, twist. Hips are square. Right collarbone is reaching, lengthening back. And then bring it back. And switch your sides. First, taking your second to lengthen. And then exhaling to enter your pose. Before any twist, you want to find that length in your spine to separate the vertebrae. It seems like such a weird concept, but literally to separate your vertebrae so that when you twist, you have more space, so that your spine has more space. Shoulders down, chest up. And then bring it back. And then lie on your backs. Let's take our final inversion. Options as always. Happy baby. Bending the knees, soles of the feet up. You can grab backs of thighs or your feet, or legs straight up, or find a shoulder stand. So lifting the hips, supporting your low back with your hands. Trying to stack hips over shoulders, ankles over hips. We'll be here for about 30 seconds. So wherever you are, just close the eyes maybe and focus on the space between your eyebrows. And then slowly start to lower yourself down, finding a seated position. We will close together before I leave you in your rest. So bring the palms together, center of your chest. Take a bow, chin to chest. Honor yourself, honor your practice, and honor your capacity to create change. And find some gratitude for that. divine in me, sees and honors the divine in you. Namaste. Thank you all so much. Please take time to enjoy your Shavasana, and I'll see you soon.